Jeremy Clarkson, 65, dealt brutal snub as Clarkson's farm misses out on coveted award ahead of new series. The Amazon Prime series missed out on a sought-after award this week. Jeremy Clarkson's hit series Clarkson's Farm has become a hit since it first launched on Amazon Prime in 2021, but sadly the show suffered a brutal blow this week. The series follows former Top Gear star Clarkson, 64, during the day-to-day running of his Oxfordshire farm, which he purchased back in 2008. The three series garnered such a following that a fourth was commissioned and it's set to hit screens soon, with fans eagerly awaiting updates. Not only that, but Clarkson has already announced that a fifth series will also soon follow, with filming continuing at his Chipping Norton farm. However, the show was up for a new accolade at the Broadcasting Press Guild BPG Awards, which took place on Thursday, March 20th, but seems to have been snubbed by voters. The series was nominated in the Best Entertainment category, with The Traitors, Mortimer and Whitehouse, Gone Fishing, and The Piano also up for the award. Unfortunately for Clarkson's Farm fans, the accolade went to BBC's The Traitors, hosted by Claudia Winkleman. Other winners included Danny Dyer for his role in Rivals and Jessica Gunning, who starred in Baby Reindeer. ITV drama Mr. Bates vs. the Post Office won Best Drama Series, with Best Single Drama or Miniseries going to Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Despite the snub, it's clear Clarkson has no need to be concerned about his series, with his co-star Kaleb Cooper, 26, having achieved millionaire status following its success. The Chipping Norton farmer has seen his financial fortunes dramatically change since becoming Clarkson's sidekick on the factual show. His TV company, Kaleb Cooper Productions, has pocketed £910,000 in profit, with his farming businesses bringing his total earnings to £986,883, the Mirror reports. His takings in the year to June 2024 include a £666,000 profit for the year. The TV company, established in 2021, runs alongside his farming businesses K. Cooper Contracting and K. Cooper Holdings. These farming ventures have contributed approximately £100,000 in combined profits. Cooper channels his earnings from Clarkson's farm through his production company, which has seen assets rise dramatically from £242,000 in the previous year. His farming firm, Kaleb Cooper Contracting Limited, is worth £32,023, while Kaleb Cooper Holdings Limited is more than £46,000 in the black. Cooper previously spoke about his modest earnings on Ben and Georgie Ainsley's Performance People podcast in 2022. "I worked it out the other day. Do you know how much my hourly rate is, how much I pay myself? 50p an hour," he revealed. This stark contrast to his hard work was highlighted by Jeremy Clarkson, who praised, "He's a wonderful, wonderful person. The hardest working person I know." Series 4 of Clarkson's Farm is tipped to be released in May this year. Pea and bean crops still an option for 2025 after SFI disappointment. The future of pea and bean crops in the UK looks promising for the 2025 planting season despite recent setbacks with the Sustainable Farming Incentive (SFI). Although farmers have faced challenges in adjusting to the new environmental schemes, pulses like peas and beans remain an essential and viable crop option due to their environmental, economic, and agronomic benefits. The disappointment with the Sustainable Farming Incentive. The Sustainable Farming Incentive (SFI) was introduced by the UK government as part of its broader environmental strategy, which aims to make agriculture more sustainable while rewarding farmers for adopting practices that protect the environment. However, the rollout of the SFI has been met with disappointment by many farmers, especially those growing legumes such as peas and beans. One of the key elements of the SFI scheme was its promise to provide financial incentives for farmers who implement sustainable farming practices. While the concept is appealing, many farmers have found the scheme complicated and the payouts lower than expected. This has led to disillusionment, with many questioning whether the environmental rewards are worth the financial sacrifices. Additionally, the SFI has introduced new complexities in terms of record keeping, paperwork, and auditing, which can be time-consuming for farmers already struggling with the pressures of volatile market conditions. The government's initial approach to providing financial support for adopting specific agricultural practices has faced criticism for not offering sufficient clarity and stability, especially for those growing crops like peas and beans, which require particular growing conditions and management practices. Despite these frustrations, peas and beans still remain a key part of the UK's crop rotation and sustainability efforts. The role of peas and beans in UK agriculture. Peas and beans are legumes, a class of plants that have unique abilities to fix nitrogen in the soil. This natural process helps to improve soil fertility, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers. In a time when there is increasing concern about the environmental impact of chemical fertilizers, legumes such as peas and beans offer a sustainable alternative. By growing these crops, farmers can not only boost their soil health but also reduce their carbon footprint and dependency on external inputs. Another reason for their continued importance is the demand for plant-based protein. As consumers increasingly shift towards plant-based diets, the demand for pulses like peas and beans is rising. This shift has created new markets for these crops, both domestically and internationally. The global market for plant-based proteins has been expanding, and UK-grown peas and beans are well positioned to benefit from this growing trend. Furthermore, the diverse applications of peas and beans, from animal feed to human food products, make them highly versatile crops. Peas are used in a wide variety of products, from frozen peas to processed foods, while beans have applications in everything from soups to vegan burgers. This versatility allows farmers to diversify their income streams and capitalize on multiple markets, further making peas and beans an attractive option. Financial viability of pea and bean crops. Despite the challenges surrounding the SFI, peas and beans remain financially viable crops for many farmers. The UK government has been increasingly aware of the need to ensure that sustainable farming is economically feasible. Although the SFI might not have lived up to expectations in its current form, farmers who grow peas and beans can still benefit from other forms of support, including crop rotation subsidies, organic farming incentives, and funding for biodiversity projects. Additionally, the economic viability of peas and beans is enhanced by their relatively low production costs compared to other crops. They are less reliant on synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, which not only reduces costs but also minimizes exposure to volatile chemical prices. Given the increasing price pressures on other agricultural inputs, this can make peas and beans a more stable and profitable choice for many farmers. Peas and beans also contribute to a more resilient farm business. By incorporating legumes into crop rotation, farmers can improve their overall farm productivity by preventing soil degradation, increasing crop yields in subsequent seasons, and reducing dependency on external inputs. This resilience is particularly important in light of unpredictable weather patterns and market volatility, making pulses a smart choice for long-term farming sustainability. The environmental benefits of growing peas and beans. Growing peas and beans not only benefits farmers financially but also contributes to wider environmental goals. As nitrogen-fixing plants, legumes play a critical role in maintaining soil health and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. In fact, peas and beans can significantly reduce the need for synthetic fertilizers, which are a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions in agriculture. By reducing the need for artificial fertilizers, peas and beans also help mitigate the environmental degradation caused by nutrient runoff. This is particularly important in light of ongoing concerns about water pollution and soil erosion. Furthermore, peas and beans contribute to biodiversity by providing habitats for pollinators and other beneficial insects. Many farmers are also integrating peas and beans into regenerative agriculture practices, which aim to improve soil health, increase carbon sequestration, and promote long-term sustainability. These practices align with the government's environmental goals and offer a viable path forward for farmers who want to grow crops that support both profitability and sustainability. Overcoming challenges and looking forward. Despite the disappointment with the SFI, the prospects for peas and beans in 2025 and beyond are optimistic. Farmers are becoming increasingly aware of the importance of sustainable farming practices, and many are exploring alternative income streams beyond traditional subsidies. As the demand for plant-based proteins continues to rise, the market for peas and beans is expected to grow, providing new opportunities for farmers. In the face of the challenges posed by the SFI, there is also a growing push for reform. Farmers have been vocal in expressing their concerns about the scheme's implementation, and there is hope that the government will listen to these concerns and make necessary adjustments. With more clarity and better support, farmers could see a more sustainable and rewarding future for growing peas and beans. Furthermore, there is a renewed focus on the need for integrated farming systems that balance economic, environmental, and social factors. This broader perspective on farming could help create more incentives for growing peas and beans and promote a more sustainable agricultural model overall. With continued support, investment in research and development, and market expansion, peas and beans can continue to play a vital role in UK agriculture in the years to come. Conclusion. While the disappointment with the SFI has been a significant setback for many farmers, it is clear that peas and beans are still a strong option for the 2025 planting season and beyond. These crops offer significant agronomic and environmental benefits, and their financial viability remains intact. As market demand for plant-based proteins grows, and as farmers seek ways to make their operations more sustainable, peas and beans provide an important solution. The future of pea and bean crops in the UK lies in the ability to overcome the current challenges, adapt to changing market conditions, and take advantage of the environmental benefits that these crops provide. With the right support and reform of policies like the SFI, peas and beans can continue to thrive and contribute to a sustainable, profitable, and resilient agricultural sector in the UK.